Hello, friend. Welcome to this analysis with Bitcoin Gorilla on dot Polkadot. Now, if you watch my last video on Polkadot's prediction, I said Polkadot was going to $25. That was even where Polkadot was still around $48. So now, just yesterday, let's say last week that we just closed, Polkadot make it to 24.58. Now that is wonderful because now what next? Since it's to the $25 now, what next? Is Polkadot going to keep dumping or Polkadot is likely going to move up from here? Now that is what me and you we are going to find out together in this video. By the end of this video, you're going to know what direction you should be expecting Polkadot to go head next if you are trading Polkadot or if you intend buying Polkadot. Now, I remain Bitcoin Gorilla, and if you've not subscribed, let me tell you a beautiful story. And the story is I always do my analysis from scratch, all the drawings, while explaining and telling you why I think this is going to happen or that is going to happen. So even if you're a beginner, trust me, this is pure price action. There's no indicator, there's no complication, there's no stories. You will see everything, and trust me, it's quite as understandable as ABCD. So make sure you subscribe to always get notification because I'm always doing predictions like this. And at the same time, give me a thumbs up if you find this quite interesting. It's a strategy I built all from my experience of trading, and I want to say thank you in advance for this. So let's jump right into it. So the first thing I want to do, as usual, is to find my most important levels on the chart using support and resistance strategy, right? I'm going to find the most important levels where reactions, rejection happened, right? Now, if you don't know how to find this level, I will leave the link to the video teaching from scratch how to find support and resistance under this video. You can go and learn it so that next time you're watching my video, you can follow along as I draw. You can also as well draw your own chart. So you can see I have gotten the most important level, and I can tell you there's one hidden one. It's very hidden right here, but you're going to see it by the time. Remember, I always draw my charts on higher time frame. I believe that lower time frame has too many dramas and you're going to likely lose a lot of money. So I prefer trusting more of higher time frame in terms of seeking for support and resistance. And once I am able to get my support and resistance, then I can trade it in whatever time frame I need or I want to without even needing to withdraw. Because why? The higher time frame support and resistance will always act stronger. The elder brother is always stronger than the younger brothers. Come on, you can't compare the muscles of your elder brother to the muscles of your younger brother, right? So if you're falling, who would you want to catch you? Of course, the elder brother. So you forget about the younger brothers because they can easily drop you. And this is the reason why I don't draw my chart on lower time frame. I focus on higher time frame. The reason is I need the most stronger muscle, the most strongest support and resistance. That's what I'm looking for. So you can see I've pointed them all out. Now, what next do I do? Like next, I'm going to go and start implementing my what box strategy. And the first box strategy I can tell you I'm seeing is right here, right? I'm very interested in the most important box in this situation, and that box is right here. Now that I've found my box, following the Bitcoin Gorilla box strategy, we're going to find the resistance and support area. And I will tell you the resistance and support area of this box is quite here. This area. Let's pick another rectangle and I will tell you it's this area. Yes, that is the area. So I'm going to change the color of that box. Now, if you really know price action, you can fast forward and you think you don't want to watch this, it's a waste of your time. You can fast forward and go to where the predictions start. But I'm going to take my time to do this for the sake of those who are into crypto because this strategy is not out there. There's no place you're going to find it except Makaveli traders. This is why I'm taking my time to show you how I draw my chart while making my predictions so that you can follow around. So now that I've gotten the most important resistance and support of this chart, and I can tell you, I can see another drama right here that I can contain in a box. Now, mind you, I train Makaveli traders trade with me for life. So if you become a Makaveli trader, I'm not going to just train you. You're going to be trading with me for the rest of my life. As long as I'm still on this planet, you're going to be trading this strategy. The good thing is constantly improving on this strategy, adding new things. Because why? I developed this strategy based on crypto, and this crypto strategy, you know how volatile crypto is. We have to constantly improve on it to make sure that it is meeting up. And I will tell you something, it has been working perfectly fine. It's pure price action, no indicator, no stress. So you can see I have gotten the support and resistance. So this inner support and resistance is for the bigger box that I just draw. And I can tell you now that now I can easily go to my what daily chart. And before I go to my daily chart, I think I can still implement a bias trend line, right? And I think the bias trend line, the most important one in our scenario here is this one. I can have one here, right? Right. That is the most important bias trend line. Now, this is telling me a lot, right? This is telling me a lot. And if I'm to implement the seller's line, I'll tell you it's somewhere around here. If I implement the seller's line, then it's giving me the vibes of a channel. I know if you're into price action, you know what a channel is. So I'm getting the vibes of a channel. And a channel, we always know that a channel, the middle of a channel is always one of the most important aspect of anything. And you can see we are just around the middle of this channel, right? But trust me, I'm not implementing channel right now. I'm not going to use channel, so I'm going to delete that. Most of my this analysis is going to base on that box strategy, my decision. So this channel, I'm taking it off. I'm just going to leave this trend line that is right here. That is my most important trend line. So that's what I'm going to leave. Now I can tell you that I have gotten 3 touches from this trend line. Let's get this right. And why I know that I cannot ignore anything in terms of this box. This is one. Let me show you the 3 touches. This is two. This is three. Now, when I see 3 touches, it's a golden because it means the fourth one is actually going to come. And the fourth one, most times when it comes, it do have a pierce, like it do extend the trend line. The trend line easily break if you know trend lines. So this is why I don't completely trust in just trend line as my support and resistance, and as the reason I don't treat support and resistance as a line. Now, if you are interested in learning support and resistance, if you are interested in learning support and resistance, I will tell you that it will be a good idea that you go and watch the video I'm going to leave under this particular video. You watch the video I'm going to leave under this video. I want to get that right because I'm considering a lot of things when I'm placing that. I'm considering this drama right here. I'm considering light here. I can see that I'm considering here. I'm considering here. I'm considering here. So it makes more sense that the resistance started from this point and extended all the way to this point. Now that's for this box, right? That's for this box. So I think I can also extend this down because I can see some wicks below. Yes, right there. So so that's it. That's and I think this wicks can go down a little right here. Yes. Reason being this. Reason being because of this, 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 this. So you can see all that secret, giving you a little tips of my secret. But if you want to really know more about these secrets, you need to come to Makaveli Traders. Trust me, I don't believe a monthly subscription in all this. No, I don't do that. Once you're a member, all you need is an access. You need an access to get into Makaveli Traders because we have to make it a very serious community, or else people are just going to come there for play. So we don't do monthly subscription and all of that. All we do is you need an access to get in. Depending on the kind of trader you are, whether you're a sports trader or a futures trader, or you are interested in staking, because all this is what we do. Now, I share all my trades with you guys. When I'm about to take a trade, you take a trade with me. When I'm about to exit, you exit with me. Now, I don't do signals. I don't call signals. I'm here to teach you. Giving you signals means I am not even helping you. Giving you signals means I don't want you to grow, right? Nobody gave me signals. I learn. I have to build these things myself, right? And I'm willing to share it. Not everybody's out there to show their secret or what they do, but I am showing you mine from scratch. And when you become a Makaveli trader, I share my trade with you from scratch as well. And not just that, I am a high leverage trader. I trade 125x, right, on Bitcoin. And I share all my results. And not just me, you're going to see my students share their results, right? So nothing is hidden, everything is in the open. And not just that, one more thing is I share all my trading books that I read that helped me build this with you free of charge. As you become a Makaveli trader, you have access to all the books that I read, the Makaveli Traders Library. You have access to train with me, and I will train you is a live. Every Monday we have general technical analysis where everybody have to draw. So everybody have to learn how to draw this live on Zoom. And not just that, Machiavelli traders, I will train you 3 months with this strategy. Give you everything I know. The most important thing is I know I trade 125 with a very strong iron laws that I will teach you, share with you. My trading plan, my trading laws, everything is based on my experience. You can't see it out there. It's not out there. There's no book, there's nothing. It's not out there. But I'm telling you, if you become a Machiavelli trader, you have access to learn it, build on it, develop it more advanced, and go out there and also teach as many people as possible. I'm doing this because I know how important crypto is going to be as we are growing. It's new, and I see crypto as a very volatile thing that is going to affect a lot of people mentally, stress wise, and all of that. And I right now I'm still growing. I'm from Africa. Yeah, I'm not as a billionaire out there or anything, but I am just sharing what I know with you. If you're interested, you can join Makaveli Trader. There's a free channel. I'm going to leave the link to the free channel. But mind you, the free channel you might not really get much of it, but you're going to be getting the basics of trading and probably videos like this and some teaching videos. But if you want to become a full Makaveli trader, which means you're going to be trading with me for life without no disturbance, you need access. If you want to get in, follow the link I'm going to leave under this video. Anything on the comment section does not come from Makaveli traders, and please be careful of spam marks on the comments section. So I will continue to say now, what next? Because now I have gotten all my area of resistance and support. What next do I have to do? Now let's go right to the daily chart, 4 hours chart. Let's start with daily chart and see how this looks. This is how the daily chart looks. So I'm going to zoom in to get closer to the candles. Now this is what the daily chart looks like, and it looks like we are already within a support range, right? It means that here from the drawing all the way around to this point is a support. But this support is not as strong as this one right here, right? It's not as strong as the support in this range, right? That's the range of $15, $16, from $15 down. The reason being that I like to see a point where there's a meeting point between all my support and resistance, right? And there are three types of support and resistance right here on this chart. I want a meeting point to all of them. And this happens to be a meeting point to all those three support and resistance. I have my rectangle, I have my trend line, I have my what? I have my horizontal line. Everything seems to be meeting in one point, which is quite very, very interesting, and tells me that if price continue to go down, I have a very sure assurance that around $14 down to $10, there's nothing that will go below that. There is a strong support that you're going to get at worst case scenario, what? $7. At worst case scenario, $7. But are we going to get this down to this point? Well, before we can get to this point, then the bears have to first conquer the bulls first, right? And the bulls are not dead yet. Trust me, on Polkadot, the bulls are not dead yet. They are within the range of a home, right? But the question they're asking themselves, can they trust that this home is not raided with sellers? So can they trust that this particular point, you can see the reaction within this area. You can see every time they come, this area has been a home in the past, and they are trying right now to see if they can keep that same range as a home. And this start from $28 all the way to $22. This is going to be a struggle. This is not going to be an easy one. You can see them coming in and instantly leaving, telling you that somehow they have brothers and sisters. These buyers have brothers and sisters who have placed orders right here, right? It means there are demands in this point. You can see anything. What is the cost of a week? What did you think causes this week? This week on the bottom is always called by demand, right? And at the top is always called by supply, right? When there's a lot of supply, there's a big wick at the top of the candles. When there's a lot of demand, there's a big wick at the bottom of the candle. So it shows us that in this area there is brothers and sisters of sellers already placed their orders, and every time price dive into that area, these orders pick up, and what does it do? It chases all the supply. It takes order. So if there's a lot of sellers here, remember we say resistance is where sellers are. So when the sellers, there's obviously some sellers lying around this area. Some hidden sellers are, all these areas are hidden sellers, right? But here are hidden buyers, right? Because of why? You can see the previous time, there are hidden buyers here. So when price dives into this place, others will start picking up, buyers will start entering, others will start picking up, and you see it jump right back up, right? It comes again, they pick up again others. Now when these others keep multiplying, and let's say there were 5 million sellers here and there are 10 million buyers here, you can see this buyers has overcome this seller. Price has no choice but to be forced back up, right? Price needs to go back up to go and look for more sellers, and this point is exactly where we are right now. Another of these important area is right here, right? There's more sellers, right? More buyers right here, but each resistance we also know that it has sellers. So what is the threat we are having on this particular situation? Now the threat I see Polkadot facing right now is that Polkadot is not far from the last support it broke. Now, one thing about support is when anytime a support is broken, a support area automatically becomes a resistance. Now, mind you, this is daily chart. So let me see what 4 hours has in store for me. Let's say I want to trade this for a short while, right? It tells me that this price where it is right now is likely. You can see we're having something that looks like a double bottom already, right? Now, if even if we're going to come back, it's going to likely do this. It's going to find a support within this range. It's going to find a stop in it. Either it pulls up where it is now because it has already gotten there twice and it doesn't dip much and it's reversing. And we know what double bottom is. Chances are it's going to pull up back to $38 a range, right? $30 to $38 range is back up. So we're going to see Polkadot moving back up. This is from December. Today is December 7th. So we're going to start seeing Polkadot moving back up from this moment, right? So now you're going to tell me, is it going to happen immediately? Now, mind you, one thing about support and resistance is you're going to have this sideways funny move, right? That is already happening, right? It's already happening, and God knows that these have to break out. It has to break above this. It has to move, right? At this point, so chances of moving up is high, and once it gets here, it either is going to get instantly rejection. That's a reaction of the resistance area. If it gets instantly rejected here, it means it's reacting to resistance area, and it's going to come back to come and stop at the top of here to attempt again. Now that is one, or it's going to get stopped. So either it gets, depending on the demand that is right here, right? Depending on the money supply, you don't know how much money force is laying here. If the force of this money laying here is so strong, this is going to get to this point, right? It's going to get to 49 to $50 if the strong. But depending, if it's not so strong, rejection is going to likely start from that $37, $38, $34. So all this range up. So price from where it is going to recover. So if you are stuck in this trade, don't FOMO yet. You are going to get a bounce. But this second rejection, if price returns here and get rejected, especially at this point, $50 from $42 to $50 is not going to be a good thing, because then we will have price trying to return to $15 again, right? So this time around, when it comes, it's going to try to attack this point. The reason why is he going to attack this point that is trying to save it now? He's going to attack this point that is trying to save it. It's either he get rejected and come back to attack it, or it comes back from here. The reason being that the supply in this area, you can see the area is big, right? So supply is a lot. The reason why this area is big, just look at this. All these are mini resistance area. Anything support before, it was support in the past, but now it's broken. So there are many, there's a lot of the resistance, and you don't want where resistance is jam packed. Just like you can see the struggle again, you can see the drama struggle. It means a lot of sell orders are laying here, right? And it took them a lot, and when they conquer, you see the breakout, right? Now a lot of sell orders, the same thing, a lot of sell orders. So right here, there's a lot of sell orders, a lot of mini resistance, and you want to avoid it, right? You want to avoid that mini resistance. There's no resistance here. right? You can see how they rush in. There's a lot of mini resistance. So this mini resistance is going to have the sellers having their orders that will push price right back up. If you enjoyed this video, do subscribe and give me thumbs up. And I see Polkadot having a jump up. Thank you for watching. I remember Bitcoin Gorilla. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.